Well, after such a beautiful sunny day, snow is probably the last thing on your mind.
But the city of La Crosse is already preparing for what's to come. News 8's Madeline O'Neill has more on the start of alternate side parking.
It started last night.
It may seem early.
It's like, what is it, like 65 degrees outside, and then everyone has to go move their cars.
But that's just the weather talking. It's officially November, and that means La Crosse police are issuing warnings to remind drivers that alternate side parking is in effect, regardless of temperature.
We have to get people in the habit, and there have been years, certainly. I remember a few years back on October 31st where we had a pretty big snowstorm. So unfortunately, with the weather, we can't predict when the weather's going to turn. So I believe that the dates have just been established as the dates that the weather could turn on us.
From now until April 1st, from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m., you have to make sure your car is on the right side of the street.
Tonight, being that it's going to turn at midnight to the 2nd, it'll be an even numbered night, so cars need to be parked on the even numbered side of the street. Odd nights, it goes to odd sides of the street.
Some students say it's frustrating to keep up with.
In the past, I've had to park a pretty good distance away from my house, like 4 or 5 blocks, and when it gets pretty cold out at night and I leave work and I have to go find parking, it's pretty difficult.
As a student, I don't necessarily use my car every day, but it was just a hassle to have to remember, go move it every day.
While drivers are getting back into the groove of things, for the first 2 days of November, police are just issuing warnings rather than tickets.
We want to make sure that our community is informed, that we keep them in the loop on what we're doing, and hopefully they will then begin to start complying on the 3rd or 4th night.
In La Crosse, Madeline O'Neill, News 8.
And La Crosse police say they did issue about 1,500 warnings on the first day of alternate side parking and will only be giving out warnings tonight as well.
Last year, police wrote nearly 13,000 parking tickets during the alternate side parking season, which they say is about average. Alternate side parking is in effect until April 1st.